Hey everybody, it's Slitherpuff here, and welcome back to Let's Get Rich, the series where we take a look at how to create a ton of money on your Minecraft server. And welcome to episode 4, Starting a Base. In the last episode, we talked about making a plan and picking a server that's going to work for you. And in case you missed those episodes, you can check out all the previous episodes right here. In this episode, we're going to start the plan that we came up with in the previous episode, and we need to do that by starting a new base. I'm going to go over the basic things that I always look for when I'm starting a base, and then after that, we're going to start exploring some different ways to make money that align with our game plan of building a guardian farm. So let's get cracking. So last episode we found the ocean monument and we found a small island nearby that we could use as a primary base of operations. Starting here, I established the basics. I made a few chests, I made a crafting table, and I started digging a mine shaft to get the basic starting items. I was looking to quickly get my base up and running by looking for the basic necessities. I was primarily looking for iron, coal, wood, and food. I was also really interested in finding lapis, redstone, and diamonds if I happened to come across them, but diamonds really weren't what I was focusing on. In my opinion, there's no point in making diamond armor or diamond tools until you have easy access to the mending enchantment. Mending enchantment's going to allow you to restore experience to those items and keep them repaired. And if you don't have that on your items, they're going to constantly break over and over, and you're just wasting those resources. In my opinion, it's better to wait until you can enchant those. You have easy access to an experience farm, so you can constantly keep them repaired with mending, and you can make a good investment in the diamonds. I started by planting some trees, and I started digging a big hole in the ground. There's no better way to get materials than to just start digging down, getting iron, redstone, lapis, and all the things that you need. I thought about building a small crop plot to help me sustain my food and feed the nearby animals. However, as I looked at the auction house and I looked at player markets, people were selling food really cheap. I was getting stacks of 64 food for $1. I was finding stacks of 64 food in the donation chest. So I took these and bought the cheap food and decided not to waste my time on a starting farm. For this reason, I also decided against making a starting egg farm or chicken farm. That's something that's really common for people to do on a lot of new servers. But it's a significant time investment when I can just buy the food. And not only that, our plan is to make a guardian farm, and our guardian farm is going to be a source of food as well, so I didn't need to waste time by making a chicken farm. So while I was digging this mine shaft and getting these resources, I started to think about the economy and how I would start making early currency. On this server, they use just generic dollars or a value for money for currency, so I wanted to think, what could I do that would allow me to make money and also advance my plan at making a guardian farm. And I call this strategy killing two birds with one stone. You want to come up with a strategy that's going to allow you to advance your plan to make your primary farm. So in my case, a guardian farm. And that plan also has to allow you to make some starting currency. Now what that's going to look like for you is going to depend on your server. For me, there's the job plugin. So I can make money just by digging dirt, digging sand, mining bricks, something like that. On other servers, they may have a server-based shop where you can sell those items to the server. So for example, in the past, I usually start my base with a slime farm. So my first goal was usually to get a beacon, get enough iron blocks to activate that beacon for mining speed, and then just go to town on mining all of those stone blocks, andesite blocks, diorite blocks, and then selling most of them to the shop. This would allow me to clear out huge chunks of land, which would allow me to find a slime farm, gain money by doing it, and then also have building material for the slime farm once I found the slime chunks. So I started thinking about what this type of plan would look like for me on this server, and I decided that I would focus on the job of an excavator where I could make money just by digging. And my plan is just to dig up a whole desert, gain money from digging the desert, and then using that sand to build the Guardian farm. If you don't have these type of economy plugins in your server, consider what else you can do to make money. Some items that you can get early game that people are always interested in are wood and glass. So you can always dig up a desert and turn half of your sand into glass and save half of your sand for the farm. And that way you can make money and also get the materials that you need to move forward. So then I just started digging, and I started digging and digging and digging. And while I'm digging, I want to talk to you about why we actually need this early game money. We're not looking to save this money, and I want you to really understand this. There's no point in saving your money early game. Really, there's no point in saving your money at all. You don't get rich by saving money. We're not going to make it to the top of the leaderboard by saving our way up to the top. We have to spend that money. We're not going to get rich by saving money. We're going to get rich by saving time. You'll never get rich by saving your money. You have to use that money to save time. Now, what do I mean by saving time? And why is it important? Time and money are directly opposed to each other, and you usually can't have both of them. Time is our most important resource. So I wanted to use this money on avoiding time-consuming tasks. We want to spend our time on doing things like building the Guardian farm, getting that up and running so we're generating automatic income. We want to spend our time on building things like an iron farm or an auto-sorting chest system. These are all things that are going to pay dividends and give us extra time or extra money for free. The more time we spend doing menial tasks such as harvesting coal, harvesting iron, the less time we're investing in the things that are going to pay us back in the long run. So we want to use our money on those type of tasks. However, for now, without access to much income, what we really need to do is focusing on killing two birds with one stone, generating income while also getting the materials that we need to build the Guardian farm. And so I just kept digging. I dug for a really long time. One, because I needed the money. Two, because I needed the sand. And for a Guardian farm, you really need a lot of sand. But not only that, I also wanted to figure out what is my hourly income. How much money can I make if I just put my nose to the grindstone, put my head down, and just go hard for an hour? Now, this is actually really important to know because we're going to use this number next episode where we determine, what is our hourly wage, and we start thinking about the items to buy and what price points to buy them at. So for now, as I dug, I calculated that I was getting about $3,000 every 30 minutes. So I'm making approximately $6,000 an hour. And at this point, I just had to put my head down and get to work. Use the starting iron we got from our mine to make a ton of shovels because you're going to need them. There's no way around it. Building some of these farms takes a lot of work. So put on some Netflix, put on some tunes, and get to work. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode. In this episode, we talked about a key strategy, which is killing two birds with one stone. You want to find a way to make money that also advances your game plan. In this case, I mass harvested a desert, giving me both the sand that I needed for the Guardian farm and some starting income. We talked about time and how time's our greatest asset, not money. Invest your time in building farms that are going to give you rewards in the long run, and use your money to spend on completing menial tasks quickly so you don't have to take time doing those. Thanks for coming with me, and if you enjoyed this type of content, you enjoy learning how to make money and manipulate the economy, please consider liking the video and dropping a subscribe below for more content just like this. If you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking and some questions that you might have for me. Anyways, thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.